I think we are live. Thank you for being here right now. I'm excited. Today is Saturday, May 18th, and here in Canada, where I live, it's Victoria Day long weekend. So that's super amazing. You may or may not have a long weekend depending where you live personally, but I'm excited to be here because um, I'm going to be talking about so many different things, showing you what I personally eat in the mornings for my routine. I'm really excited to just share that journey, and I hope really to inspire other people because that's what it's all about, Um, learning because basically I can save the younger generation some time, right? Because they can learn from my experience and our collective experiences. So that's what I'm really trying to do. I'm here, I'm going to put that away, and I'm here to talk about the fact that this is part of my routine right over here, and this is part of my routine right over here. So this is peppermint tea, and I leave the tea bag in. So look how dark. I don't know if you can see that. That look how dark that is. And the key is that's really allowing the peppermint to really seep through. It's just very very beautiful, beautiful. And here, this is something that I make myself every week when I go to the grocery store. I buy pints and pints of fresh blueberries. Most of the time, I do not buy organic blueberries. I end up buying the regular ones because my secret is I soak it, marinate it in apple cider vinegar for at least an hour, sometimes even um, um, more, right? And what it is it's a case of the apple cider vinegar will remove a lot of the residue from um, the pesticides which are being grown to keep them insects and the animals and all that away. So by actually removing all those pesticides, and then you have one additional factor. You have the fact that what happens here is that you get sort of the immunity properties of the apple cider vinegar. And we all know, we all know how good apple cider vinegar is, but we usually don't get enough apple cider vinegar, right? By marinating your fruits and vegetables. And a lot of vegetables and fruits is hard, but blueberries is awesome. I don't like eating raw blueberries, but once I soak them in apple cider vinegar for at least a couple hours, unbelievable. I just blend them up additionally with some ground flax seed as well. So that gives it a little bit more fiber as well. And it is so good. Unbelievable. Remember, these are just blueberries. And once you basically take that and you put it overnight in the fridge, this is like a vegan jello. Let me spill that to you right there. Unbelievable how that came out. And I buy pints and pints of blueberries. The summertime is the best. I noticed in the winter they're all, they're frozen sometimes, or not really frozen, but I think the longer they are from the time they're picked, they can go stale and bad. So you got to watch out for mold. But these are so good. I've even seen on Dragon's Den and Shark Tank, somebody has a business idea for something similar. You can make blueberry shots. These are that incredible. And the reason I know this because I've suffered from irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS, for nearly 30 years. So I've been looking for alternative healthy ways to improve my gut. And then I came across veganism because I understood, hey, it's more than just about my diet. It's about all the animals in the animal kingdom. because we're practicing speciesism, right? Oh, it's okay to love the cute whales and the monkeys and the elephants, but we're trained to think, chicken's okay, and um, you know what I mean. It's okay to eat bacon, and that's why they call it bacon, because they don't want to say you're eating a pig. So we're making these judgments, like it's no different than racism, right? We're judging a whole. We're looking at the outer person. We're not looking at the inner, and don't make that mistake, please. So that's what I was doing my whole life, and that's why I bring this up, because I want to inspire the younger generation of people to really, you know, be inspired. I'm healthier now at 53 than I was at 23. Why? I was smoking cigarettes, trying to look cool. I was drinking way too much alcohol. I do drink alcohol now. It's mainly just either beer or red wine. That's pretty much it. I'll have a glass 3, 4 times a week. But it's really about understanding you are what you eat. And then it's a bigger purpose, right? This planet is for all of us. And how can we keep it going for future generations, right? We can see how bad greenhouse gases are. They're horrible for the environment, for the planet. You know what I mean? It's horrible. And the key is it's all about the fact that we can do better. I think we can inspire the younger generation. I have a son that's going to be 20 in January. And my nephew is going to be 18. And I want to inspire them. I want to inspire the next generation to say, hey, I can keep going on with or without us. If we're going to be around, we have to do a better job. Like, everywhere I go, I see climate change. People are saying it's affecting their lives, but they don't want to really lobby their politicians to enact the policies that can take years and years to work through, right? Like, look at single-use plastic. That is definitely a vegan type issue, right? And I want to just say something which is very, very important, because I've had this happen to me personally, that most people start off with having sort of a vegetarian diet. And then it was like a marathon. I start researching and start learning, and I keep going through the whole process, and I'm learning, hey, like, you don't need dairy. Dairy is simply liquid meat. And it's weird, it's strange. When I frame it as a medical issue, I can't have dairy, oh, everybody's okay. The minute you say you're a vegan, even brands and companies are very reluctant to put a big vegan or even label it vegan if it is, because they'll get this next left-wing connotation. And I know this for a fact. I know somebody that worked at Domino's Pizza in the UK, and their sales skyrocketed after they changed the name of their vegan pizza from vegan to plant-based, right? And that's great, because people think, oh, it's only one diet versus another diet, keto versus South Beach diet versus plant-based versus this. But then this is where the problem begins. Balance sometimes keeps you from making the deeper choice, right? Balance is like being a vegetarian. You can have this, you can have that, or selective vegetarian, right? You can sometimes you eat meat whenever you feel like it because your body needs the protein, and it's a mindset shift. I've met gurus and teachers and lecturers, and the first one of the conversations I ask them is what they eat, because you are what you eat, right? I'd rather be a carrot than, um, you know, Like, I would rather be something that's natural. That's just my take on the whole thing. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for being here. Anybody has any questions, give me a like, give me a comment. Um, and I want to talk about one final thing before I wrap it up. Is when we talk about vegan and plant-based, is that everybody's journey is different and unique. So let's not judge, because everybody uses still animal-based products, and I'm trying to remove as much of that as I can. But I still make a living selling some of those, which are like the products which are filled with animal-based products. Like right now, it's hard for me to make the complete change. Like I have to admit it. Like I have to remove my leather couch, which I love, and I haven't done that at that point, but I will. And the next piece of furniture I definitely buy I'll make sure. But let's not judge. Let's make the community bigger by, I'll give you an example. There was somebody I used to work with years ago, and she was a model, and she did some social media work for us, and she went back to Italy where she's living. And it was weird. It was interesting to see a post recently where for the holidays, she was eating less meat. And that's how we want to encourage people, by not judging them, by inspiring them, right? Because to me, like, aside from the issue of the carbs, Italy is huge for vegetarianism. And the next plateau is to really understand that veganism, that milk is not ours to take on the philosophical level. On a philosophical level, let's have that debate. That milk belongs to the baby cow. Doesn't belong. I don't want to be going up to that nipple. And most people can't think about, like, hey, whatever they're told is what they're supposed to be doing. They can't be challenged to get outside their comfort zone and think for themselves, right? So I just hope you can, like, share, tell me what you think. Appreciate you being here, because it's the fact that, remember, you are what you eat. That's what it's about, and let's not judge. Everybody's journey is different and unique, and we can inspire people. And how do we inspire people? Let's build a community. Let's post content that we can inspire other people. Let's recipes and thoughts and whatever works for you, right? That's all what it's about. So peace out, and let me know what you think.